It's time to put the top down and cruise down the highway wild and free.
What is going on, Don't Unfriend Me Nation? Welcome to the Don't Unfriend Me show. A little bit of Still Point playing in the background. Summertime. Amy's rocking her shirt. Which shirt? Scoop back. There it is. 13 star.
OG ones.
OG, baby. Bam. Livia's wearing her America's Stand, and I'm wearing the new Join or Bloodbath. Probably one of my favorite long sleeve. I don't like long sleeves, but I love this frickin'. It is comfy as all can be. Welcome to the Don't Unfriend Me show. We have outside of 1 minute. Let's get loaded up. Wimkin should be popping here any minute along with Spreely. There it is. Wimkin is now green, going live. Give me a thumbs up, Liv.
All right, give me a sec for it to load.
We should be good to go, babe.
We are.
Thanks. Got a good one tonight. Talking about Kamala Harris from the streets. Got a long 10-minute Joy Reid to hate. We'll be right back. 3 minutes, folks. The Dumb Club. We had a great Dumb Club. We watched Primary Colors last weekend. It was fantastic. We have a monthly newsletter. You get a quarterly gift box. We're sending those out here in the next week or two, which is great. We're annualizing our 90-day followers. It's pretty awesome. Go see it. Gives you a bunch of perks. 5% back to veterans. Gives you a shopping experience. All USA, like Amazon. Pretty cool. Take a look at thedumbclub.com. Amy, you get to do it. You're doing it. Here we go, Amy. Go. Wait. Now.
Never do a Winkin.
No. Hold. We're gonna give her a redux. Redux. Here it is. Okay, you got to count it down. It's gonna be like one or 2 seconds. Here we go.
Snap it to a Winkin.
You're waiting too long.
Because
you gotta hit it. You gotta hit it. I mean, you gotta hit it fast. Come on
Never
now.
too
No. All right, Olivia, your turn. You ready, Liv?
Yeah, that's,
Okay.
yeah.
Liv, here it goes. 1, 2. Now.
Step into a Wim Kim.
Oh, it's not Wim Kim. Listen,
I
folks.
said Kim, I thought.
I can't do this.
You can't do it.
I can't.
You're better at it than all of us.
Holy shit.
Step into a Wim Kim.
That sounds much
What's up, everybody?
Way
It's
better.
Ryan Weaver. I am on the Don't Unfriend Me show, otherwise known as The DUM Show, with host Matt Spear. You guys can find the show at The DUM Show on social media or thedumshow.com.
Adjusting transmitter output.
This is the Don't Unfriend Me Show with your hosts, Matt, Leroy, Amy, Olivia, and Mike. Geopolitics,
Liv, can you make any more
military
noise?
analysis,
Sorry,
and
somehow my
election
microphone
coverage.
came out.
Coming to you
I had to
live on the Spreely.tv network and all major social media channels at The Dumb Show. Honest, direct, unfiltered. We can agree, we can disagree. Just don't unfriend me.
What's going on, Don't Unfriend Me Nation? Welcome to the Don't Unfriend Me show.
Aw.
Olivia, you got tiny. Wait, why are you so irrevocably small? That's kind of what you make me do every morning. And there we go. Now Amy's small. Holy shit. What's going on here? Here we go. Amy, I'm going to put you up. Boop, boop. There you go. Everybody should be. Does it say guest 2 over you, Amy, over your picture? No?
Not that I can see.
You don't see
no.
it? Okay, good. So sometimes I get overlays and I don't know if you can or can't see it. Welcome to the Don't Unfriend Me show. Doesn't really matter, folks. Welcome. It's good to have everybody here. We have got a full show tonight. Leroy is... Hey, Liv.
Yeah.
Could you do me a favor?
Yeah.
Do you have any like jacks? You know, like when you throw it and you throw the ball and you pick up all the jacks. Would you throw those at the microphone and make more noise?
I'm pretty
Can
sure
you
I
just
could.
type softly? Is it possible? Anytime? I mean, you're so vigorous.
I have to clip my nails. I type with the tip of my fingers, and that's just that.
I'm just saying. Just type soft. Like
Get her some gloves.
A B C D E F G.
Then it's
Not
gonna take
A, B, C, D, E, F, G.
it'll take me forever to type. It's
okay. So anyway, welcome to the Don't Unfriend Me show. Yeah. What are we talking about? Amy, what are we talking about? We're talking about your thing. What the hell's up with
Yeah.
Kamala? What is she doing?
She's back in the streets, and her vernacular is interesting. Really quick before we get into the show, I feel so bad about Saturday and even yesterday.
Whatever.
I feel bad. I had a migraine, which turned into like some kind of illness. I'm still recovering. So
Yeah. It's okay.
anyways,
We
I
don't
feel
care.
bad. I'm sorry.
I completely forgot you weren't there. So it's
Okay. There you go. So memorable.
actually I totally it sucks when you're not there. I love it when you're here.
hey babe.
What
Question
about
for
Kamala
you.
though?
What, Liv?
Some people are starting to get their posts removed of your show they're sharing, saying it's spam. What's
Okay,
the
this is a Facebook glitch. It's been going on. Facebook sent out a warning today and told us, don't worry about it. Here's the thing. You guys, they're starting this new thing is people are spamming for likes. And I just realized that this hat is specifically designed to have a giant bill. And I forgot. It always looked huge on Altuve when we watched in real time and watched the games and went live. I was always like, that hat's always so big on them. It is an oversized... It's designed to be an oversized hat, but it was too straight. Like I can't do this shit. Like
Oh, no,
anyone
it's
who
me.
does this is just
Kelly.
is gay. Like
Right.
so you gotta baseball bend that shit, and you gotta put a curve in that thing. It's like a Stetson. You gotta work it anyway. So
You're all over the
squirrel. Facebook is they're trying this new thing. People are spamming for likes. So like putting up 20 or 30 memes on their posts, and it's annoying. And Facebook is trying to regulate it. Now, a lot of people, are like, well, we should be able to do whatever we want. Yeah, I understand, but that's just not the way it works. So as of right now, they are suspending people and are suspending the post. They don't mean to. So if you just submit a ticket and challenge it, they will unflag your account from getting hit with that, and then you should be good to go. But it's been happening all day, is my understanding. Okay?
Got it.
So everyone feel better about it? Great. Folks, Liv, tell them about June. What a great month that was for everybody's contributions to the site and how that really helped us out.
June was absolutely amazing. It just went over our expectations and what we thought would happen. You guys were amazing and awesome and helped us out tremendously.
Yeah.
This month.
And because we are so kind at being, with our praise, so far June sucks balls. So I just thought I'd let you know. It's only been our July. It's only been one day.
Is that 8 cents or 80 cents?
It's $20.80. I'm not you. Like you like go back to the streets all the time and raise money, and it's fantastic, just like Kamala. But I can't. I try, and I'm like, can I have some more, please? And people are like, you know what? Screw Matt. Let's just wait for Olivia. That's usually. And now
there's just no zero at the end of the 80.
You don't need it.
Oh, okay.
Right, unless there's another number, it's just it's denouncing that there's no other cents to be had. I have no fucks to give. I have no fucks to give. Do you remember that song? No?
Yes, I absolutely do. It's really funny.
It really is. It gets a little old after like the 3-minute mark. Yeah. I'm just like, okay, dude, we got it. It was really funny. Now he was like working at a Men's Warehouse or something. I don't know. Anyway, all right. So we got a lot to cover. We're going to talk about. There's like a 10-minute video for Joy Reid. We'll see if we can get through all of it. I had a great interview today with a gentleman named Michael McCarthy, and he came on and he looked just like my father.
Really?
Oh, it's so weird. I never saw a picture of him. So when he came on, it was kind of a trip. And I looked for pictures of him, but he's ghosted. He's not on social media. And this story that he wrote is kind of like this dystopian novel. And it's about a software genius guy named Isaiah, I believe it's the first name. And then there's this doctor who is female, obviously, who is a botanist. And she creates this super seed, not super CEDE, but super seed as in SEED, as in sowing to a plant and germination, and creates this super seed which can grow in high alkaline environments or doesn't have a propensity for a mineral rich soil. So if it's depleted grounds, like say in Africa or whatever it would be, and not only does it grow, but it grows at an alarming size and rate, very similar to my penis. I even asked him, I said, did you use my penis as reference? And he said, yes. And I said, well, then that makes complete sense. So
you're not getting royalties for the book, though?
No.
What seed is it? What is it for?
Well, was that a joke? No. No, like for food, like corn and grain, and it's essentially to stop world hunger is this invention. And the U.S. government, obviously, with the amount of money that we have in distributing food all over the world and supplying a lot of the world with their food source, starvation is actually essential to a lot of economies, including Russia, the United States, and others, because we export a shit ton of food to third world countries that are starving. So to solve this, it ultimately would be like solving the energy issue with having, cold fusion. Let me finish the story. I'm almost done. Like cold fusion or whatever. So the U.S. government doesn't want that. So they ultimately try to take her out. And it's kind of like a spy novel / thriller that focuses on government interventions, called the Noah Option, I believe is the title. I ordered it off Amazon and I'm excited about it. Okay, Amy, what?
So it's not a real story.
Yes, it's a real story. This is an autobiography. Yes, we solved world hunger. Where were you? Was this when you had a migraine? Gosh darn it, Amy! No, it's not real. It's fake.
I had questions about like GMOs and food and like why are we giving people?
She's
crappy-
like, listen, this doesn't make any sense. I don't like this story. So it's called the Noah Option. And he's an amazing guy, very intelligent. I want to have him on again. It was a great interview. I didn't know what to expect. He reached out to me and he's like, hey, can we do a 15-minute interview? I'm like, 15? Let's do an hour. I'm like, screw that. But I mean, the pacing of the interview was decent the first 20 minutes, but we started cutting teeth and getting into it. Like, I don't think he knew how to take me, because he was talking about how liberals kind of are demonstrative towards African Americans that don't vote liberal. And then he mentioned, Clarence Thomas. And I'm like, well, yeah. I mean, when are they going to realize that, political assassination of somebody's, person because they don't vote liberal and they're black, people don't like, and then he's like, yeah, okay. Anyway. So, and I'm like, oh shit, this guy's going to he's not going to like me because I'm not letting him talk. And then I just misread him, and we started trading back and forth and sharing. It was a great interview. It'll be on tomorrow. We'll show you. Anyway, called the Noah Option. We're going to sell it on the show, and I ordered it, and I'm excited to read it. I hope you guys are too. I probably did a horrible job explaining the book. I haven't read it. I just talking about it today. It was fairly intriguing. I guess he's got 2 other books on this. I think the next one is like the Rainbow Project or something to that effect. And he's like, trust me, when I named it, I was like, well, you had Noah, but the rainbow is a very important part in the story, as in when the skies cleared and the heavens parted and the waters receded, God put a rainbow. So that's why he named it that. And then the third one, I have no idea what the title was, but it's an interesting watch, and hopefully you guys watch that tomorrow and you enjoy it. Cool?
Cool.
Damani Felder will be on Friday. Amy, is there any chance that you can be here? Just because I know you would probably want to be here, right?
Yeah, I can be here on Friday. Tomorrow, I'm trying to get someone to do something for me. I have an appointment. It's just.
You don't need to be here tomorrow.
This day job that I have gets in my way all the time.
I know. I'm working on it. Listen, here's the deal. Is it Friday? We'd love to have you if you can be here. Just so you can meet Damani, because it's a year coming, right? I mean, since we've had Trey here, and I think he's excited. So we'll have him, and then I've got the Burn Pit podcast coming sometime in the next couple of weeks too, and then hopefully that big interview that we're going to be going to dinner with somebody on July 13th, and I'm going to ask them to be on my show. So anyway, this is the Don't Unfriend Me show. If you haven't been here before, good to have you here. We're going to be talking about several things. Liv, did you have anything for us tonight? Everything 5x5? We're all good. We're happy, fat and happy.
Good to go.
That's it.
Yep.
Just give us more money so that I can quit my day job, and then I can be here all the time.
I'm working on
Talk
it.
to our viewers, give us money so that I can.
Oh, yeah, $20.80. Listen, it doesn't matter.
We can buy 2 Starbucks coffees.
No, we don't buy Starbucks. Last month we started off this way too. I think I got $20, and the next night Olivia comes on and we raised a bunch. So listen, we trust y'all.
We know who everyone loves.
Do it. Okay, easy. Do what you can. If you can help us out, listen. Take care of your family. Take care of your friends. Donate to your local charities. If all that's done, and you're got your vacation set, and you're like, hey, I want to help out the Don't Unfriend Me show, because we don't get money from Facebook anymore the way we used to. It used to supply a ton of money for us and supplement our income, and then they cut out 90% of our income. So it's all about the viewers. So whatever you can do to help out, and that's on all channels, whether it's Rumble, whether it's whatever, go to linktapgo.com/thedumshow. Pick a number that works for you. There's people who donate $1, okay, and then I've had people who donate $1,000. We've never asked for donations. We've never done that. It's something 3.5 years. We just never did it. But we're in a situation where if we're going to continue to do the show, we gotta bring some income in. All right, here is Amy's her ask today. She wanted to talk about Kamala on Black Entertainment Television. Oh my God, this is going to be interesting because I've got a lot. It's always funny to me is that when I pick one video, they somehow all chain and they all make sense. Like they're all connected in some way. And tonight is the same thing. Let's watch this first one. This is Kamala. I heard she likes to be called Kamala. And who's the other lady? She was in Smoking Aces and
Taraji P. Henson, I think.
Okay, that's too difficult. I'm just gonna call her Tara. So Tara and Kamala Harris are going to have a conversation. Here it is. Enjoy this.
No, Taraji. Now, you know I wouldn't do that, especially not to a...
Oh my God, she's pretending she's black.
It's worse.
Oh my God, can you hear it? She's like, no, Taraji, shit, girl. Let me tell you what's up, baby. Shit, slam it down, hang no, anyhow. Holy shit. Why? You're not black. Stop pretending.
Her face says it all.
Dude, we watch Primary Colors. There's a great line in there by Billy Bob Thornton where he's talking to the black, campaign manager. He's like, he calls him Hodgkins. I've told the story before, but he goes, where'd you go to school? Hodgkins, right? I read up on you. He's like, the best part about you is that you only look black. I'm probably blacker than you. I got some slave in me. I can feel it. It's just like, holy shit. All right, here it is.
No, Taraji. Now, you know I wouldn't do that, especially not to a fellow bison. The real, ain't you? You know. So what's on your mind?
Oh, Madam VP Harris, I'm worried about the election. Women's reproductive rights are on the line. Our Supreme Court is on the line. Our basic freedoms are being tested, Madam VP. I know you've been traveling across the country. What are you hearing?
Yeah, girl, I'm out here in these streets. And let me tell you, you're right.
Oh, jeez, fucking Christ, I can't do it.
I can't.
Fuck's sakes, I can't. Like, anything I say is going to be racist. Anything I say is going to be like, I've got 100 lines already made up and I can't say any of it. You've just got you to fuck right here.
Raji, there is so much at stake in this moment. The majority of us believe in freedom and equality. But these extremists, as they say, they're not like us.
They not.
There's a full-on attack on our fundamental freedoms. The freedom to vote.
Yep.
The freedom to love who you love. The freedom to be safe from gun violence. The freedom for a woman to make decisions about her own body, not having her government tell her what to do.
Holy, that is the worst lesbian porn I've ever watched in my life.
Oh my God.
It's bad.
First of all, Taraji, when she doesn't
Filming
have
Facebooking each other.
when Taraji doesn't have the fucking poodle hair and putting it up in a frickin' spiral top, she's a beautiful lady. She really is. I think she's beautiful. Full-figured woman, gorgeous. Kamala Harris isn't ugly. When she opens her mouth, she reminds me of a donkey, but she's not an ugly person. It's the fucking personality. What the hell was that? And why do black people allow it to happen? Why are black people going, shit, motherfucker, what you talking about? You ain't black.
But she took a cue.
That's exactly like the
not
when
working
I was
now.
watching.
What are you talking about? What?
I tried to do one of my soundboards and it's not working.
Olivia, you got to stop doing that. You're scaring the shit out of me. I think that the feed's down.
No, I tried to do my soundboard.
God, Amy, go ahead, please. I just crap myself. I need to go change my Biden poopy drawers. Go ahead, Amy.
I actually watched like black people reacting to this video, and not even one person was supportive of any of this. They were like, she's not black. She's like the whitest black person she's not in the streets. It was awesome to see people just trashing this. But yes, she's not in the streets. When is she in the streets with her Secret Service? Like, what is she?
Well, I think she was referring back to her, her days that she was working on the corner. Maybe that was it, when she was with Willie Brown on her knees and projected her career forward by, blowing people. Someone said, Angel says she's what did she say? Kamala is butt ugly. No, she's not.
I think she's ugly.
Wait a second. That's personality. She's not ugly. I don't know, man. I don't find her attractive. I didn't say that. There's okay. Ugly is like, hey, you guys. That's ugly. Okay. And that's ugly. Then there's, and you're like, okay, if you didn't talk, let's put it this way. With the lights off, who's going to tell the difference anyway? So I don't know. I'm not sitting here smitten on Kamala Harris. I'm just saying, I was trying to be nice. Trying to say something. Yeah. I don't hate her. She's dumb as dog shit. And I can't stand. What the hell was that? Who are you? Who are you pandering to?
Exactly. It's like, where's your hot sauce? You should have had it on your desk.
Yeah. Hot sauce in your bag, swag. Yes. Yes. Hot sauce. People are saying you're pandering. Is it working?
What's the movie? Is it Airplane with the jive when they're talking?
That's what I just did. I said, "Shumba can't no anyhow." Shit, sister. Yeah,
The white lady
he's
out there can talk better jive than Kamala
right.
Harris.
Excuse me, ma'am, stewardess. I speak jive. Slapping some skin, Jack. Mama can't hang, saying no anyhow. Shit. That's exactly what I was doing when she did that. It's funny that we thought the same thing. If you rewind it, you can hear it. She's nuts, man. And this is what I was trying to say. She's already 5 points down against Trump. 5 points. And once she starts talking, it's going to be 10 times worse. There's no chance. Everyone's like, oh, Kamala Harris is going to replace. No, there is not a chance in hell that they're going to get rid of Joe Biden.
Also, I don't mean to. I don't want this to sound racist, but these are facts. But she's trying to get the black audience to be engaged with her. But she's talking about gun violence and how we people, as in her talking, right? We can't choose this now. Like, we have to deal with gun violence because of, the extremists, the people who just want our rights to not be canceled. I don't know. It was just like,
we ain't the same. Well, I've heard that we're all the same. Why, what do you mean we're not the same now?
Yeah, we're not the same.
Thought we were the same. I thought, ebony and ivory. I thought that's what that was all about. Black and white, same people. Everyone's getting. Now it's like, shit, honky. We ain't the same. Well, we're going back to segregate. I don't know why we're reversing. What the hell did this start? I think. Hold on, producers. Kamala Harris. She's going to explain it to us. Here she is.
I love Venn diagrams. I really do. I love Venn diagrams. It's just something about those three circles and the analysis about where there is the intersection, right? Yeah, I see people, you agree with me, right?
For, Madam Vice President, political gangster with clout. I see a lot of gangsters, like when NWA wrote that album. Remember their album, Venn Diagrams in the Hood? Holy shit, what a great album that was!
Awesome.
How much clout can you have when you're like Venn diagrams, and people are like, what the fuck's a Venn diagram? Is that like something you use when you go to Kohl's to figure out where all the sales are? I don't understand. What is that shit? This woman couldn't relate to anyone in modern day America. Who the fuck wears a turtleneck and a full suit in the middle of summer?
Of the summer in a heat wave. Jeez.
It's like, what are you wearing?
Also, speaking that way, like it's insulting. I feel like it's just awful. All of it was so bad. It was the reactions were the best. Like, reading people's comments were the absolute best. I'm like, this is where they are, though. I mean, this is what they got. So
who? Listen, when people are like, oh, we did it, Joe, we did it. We finally have a black woman as VP.
We did it, Joe.
She's not black.
Drunk.
She's not black.
Yeah.
Maya Angelou would call her a cracker. Like, yes. Maya Angelou would write a sonnet in myabic pentameter and be like, the harvest wheat along the field, and that bitch ain't black. I mean, it would be bad. She's not black. I'm sorry. She's Hodgkin. She basically looks black, and she's not, because she doesn't have it. And I've heard her talk in a Southern accent. I've heard her talk in an upper New York, Boston accent. And now she sounds like she's from Watts. And I'm like, you pandering whore.
They all
and I'm sorry that's the vice president of the United States, and I just called her a whore. But listen, I'm not saying you are a whore. I mean, you're selling your soul. You're selling yourself. Black people aren't this stupid. They're not. They're laughing at you. I guarantee they're laughing. They're sitting around at the table having chicken and grape soda tonight. Totally racist. I know. That's just hang with me, folks. I know that was bad. But they're talking about her going, did you hear? They're laughing at her like we're laughing at her. There's not one black person in America who's like, oh shit, I'm inspired. I'm now going to go vote for Joe Biden.
Yeah.
Liv, what is this?
She took a cue from Hillary Clinton in 2016, and they think it works, and it does not work at all. The people they're trying to pander to just look at them like they're crazy and are probably really insulted.
I want to hear her in Minnesota.
Oh, yeah.
I want to be like, oh yeah, that's what it's all about. Yeah, absolutely. Oh, yeah, you betcha. We can go out and go get some syrup and go get a saw and cut down a tree. Yeah, that's what we can do. She was in Louisiana, and she's probably like, "Listen, y'all, gonna go and get some Nolan's crawl, and we're gonna go to Bourbon Street, and yeah, get some Nolan's food." And you're just like, lady. Do you remember her in Europe when she spoke to Poland and she went up there and she was so bad that the leaders are just like, do you know like when like you see this movie when someone gets up on stage and they say something and like the entire audience like looks at them and stares in complete like bewilderment? That's what she looked like on the national stage. Can you imagine her pandering to the English or Africans? I just don't understand how you could have her on the national stage. It doesn't make any sense.
I would like for her to pander to like the conservative white women next. I would like to see what they come up with.
I would love to see that. Yep.
I'd like to be in that commercial.
So she comes up, she's like, "Oh my God, like, guess what? Like, no way. Joe Biden's running for office and we all get to go there and do it together."
Yeah,
holy shit.
See what they actually think
like,
of us.
what's going on? It's just
Tonight, I really want my soundboard. It's not working.
Oh, I don't have any Pablo for you.
I got a bunch, but
why is the soundboard? Did you just unplug it? I just all you gotta do. I told you how to do this. You just gotta unplug it and plug it here. White cable, black cable. See, racist cable. My Kamala cable's right here. Hold on.
Your Kamala cable.
Have you noticed, like in the last 2 months, I just don't give a shit. Every race, color, and creed I hit, I'm done. I'm just so stupid.
Not discriminating against any race.
Test 1, 2, 3. Test 1, 2. Can everyone hear that?
Yeah.
Test. Sorry. Test 1, 2. Okay, my headphone went out. Jessica says, Matt, I could hear that on a college campus. Right. I want to have her pander to Saudis.
Oh.
It'd be easy. She just walks up and she has her beautiful pastel on and she pulls off her top and she goes, Ali Akbar. She clacks off a vest. Ali Akbar. Ali Akbar. That's it. That's how you speak Saudi. She's a horrible human being. I don't know why anyone would even remotely consider her. Democrats will never put her on the ticket. She couldn't even get 1% in her own state in the primary. Everybody hates this woman. Now, when one person said it the other night is that you put her in as interim VP because that's what it would be. She wouldn't be a permanent vice president just because Joe Biden, something bad happens to him or he steps down. There would be a voting process based upon the Senate. And the rumor is, and some people have said it makes sense, is that she would go and be the governor of California. Amy didn't like that idea. She just left. Hold on. Let me find out why. Listen, if you don't like what I'm saying, you don't have to hang up. But she would go and be governor of California, and then Newsom would come in. Listen, folks, it's not that complicated. That's not the way this stuff works. Democrats, although completely crazy and completely nuts, they're going to do whatever is simple in a situation where Joe Biden has to dethrone, right? They're going to do the simplest thing is going to happen. And what will happen is Kamala will come in as interim vice president. Hakeem Jeffries will come in as VP. That's what will happen because it makes sense. He's the third most powerful Democrat. Nancy Pelosi will not take it. That's it. Democrats they'll have an all black ticket. Well, they'll have a mocha and Hakeem Jeffries. That's it. So they got Barack, they got Hakeem. I wonder when Hachu is gonna Hachu from Robin Hood Men in Tights is gonna come in. And is that joke over everybody's heads? No. Okay.
I got it.
A Jew where? No, man. He said a Jew. All right. Anything else on this? Amy, you brought this topic and it's went off the rails, but is there anything else you want to talk about?
Really like the topics they're talking about. They pointed out the abortion. They pointed out banning weapons. And I'm like, well, in the Black community, like there's more crime against each other than anything else in the United States. Like that is the majority of our crime. And it's like, It's just that the pandering was
that's
like off.
racist. That's
And that's
racist.
something I feel like the abortion thing is also very racist. I mean, half of the things that they're pushing for are extremely racist. It was just hard. And the pride crap. I'm like, come on, nobody cares.
I think your 13 star shirt is racist too. I think you're white and you need to embrace your white guilt and your whiteness. Bless you, sweetie. Here's what we should do. We should hope for Joe Biden to continue to run. It is the best thing for Republicans. Have you seen the latest photograph? Look at this photograph. Every time it makes me laugh. Hold on a second.
Side by side? Is it the side by side one?
Listen, how do you know? Like, do you live on my page? You're my biggest follower. It's ridiculous. You see everything I post. It makes me feel so good. This one, Orange Man, good. Orange Man, good. I just put that up. I don't know how it's doing. It's got to. This one's slaying. This is the one I put up today. Joe, you did such a great job. You answered every question. Little AI. So here's what I think. I think we should have Joe Biden continue to run for president of the United States. It's the best thing possible. Democrats are melting down. But don't you remember, it was just like 2 years ago. I want everyone to realize this. 2 years ago, everyone said the Republican Party's dead. After 2020, people said the Republican Party is going to disband. It'll never be the same. There's a civil war inside. Donald Trump, once he was established, he brought the Republicans together. There's no more infighting. Nobody's bitching and complaining. They're doing they may not be doing anything still, and that hurts us. But as far as like our sports team, they're running the place. They're not going to win the Super Bowl. I don't believe they're going to win the House and the Senate and the presidency, but I think they'll win the presidency, and America will give a split Congress because they don't want to give full power to Trump either. But either way, at least Republicans are sticking together at this point, and it seems like Democrats are literally eating their faces off. Here's Joe Biden in his spray tan.
I love it.
And
I think they should have done this a long time ago for him.
I don't know about
I thought
that.
they were trying to separate themselves from Donald Trump.
Well,
apparently.
that's the
They
rumor.
realize how dead he looks. They're like, give him some color. He looks so bad.
Well, Kamala has some to spare. Why doesn't she hook a brother up?
Right.
So this is how bad the Biden administration is. The debate, they're like, oh, he's sharp as a tack. This guy's fit as a fiddle. This guy's Albert Einstein's on roller skates. Then it's like, well, he had a bad night. Then it was, oh, he had a cold.
Yeah.
Then the next day he comes out with a spray tan and looking, who are they kidding? And just to sum it all up, Kamala pretending she's black is just about as convincing as Joe Biden trying to convince everyone he's tan. It's all an act. It's all a dog and pony show. And I just don't understand how anyone buys into this shit, At least Republicans are fat, old, and white, You've got that consistency going on.
And Melania Trump, although not vice president, she has way more street cred than Kamala Harris.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, like Melania, she'll fucking shank you, man.
Yeah.
She's Eastern European. That woman will pull out a dagger and slip it between your ribs if you give her an attitude. She didn't look like a woman I would screw with. Like, I wouldn't, if I ever saw a fight, like Kamala versus Melania, or
Melania.
Jill, you could have Kamala and Jill Biden against Melania, and she would kick their ass. Now, I don't know about Michelle Obama because men fighting women isn't fair.
Allegedly.
Just a little humor. Just a little, I got a dick humor, okay? I know Michelle Obama is not a man, and I understand that everyone is all on it. And I joined the Big Mike thing too because it was funny. But, there's plenty of other things that we can do to hit Michelle Obama versus saying she has a dick. Probably not the most highbrow of critiques. But here's the next thing is I just gave you Kamala, who is a white girl's perspective trying to be black. Now I'm going to give you a black person who's trying to be a Jew hater with Candace Owens. And I want you to listen to this. And Candace, listen, Candace is just trolling y'all, okay? Candace is just trolling now. This isn't even funny. She didn't believe any of the shit she says. She is just trolling for dollars. She left Ben Shapiro, and she is simply just gaslighting everybody. I don't believe she believes. There's no way. First of all, about Jews, then about World War II. Now, listen to what she says about science. See what you think.
Being married to me, my poor husband, he rolls over. He's like, "What are you reading?" And I feel like a regular wife says something, I don't know, maybe a love series. No.
Hold on, I'm gonna turn it down. Shit, whoever her audio guy is, he sucks. I'm willing, Candace. If I can turn your shit down.
Roberts.
Come on, lady. Get somebody to do a better job with your stuff. Oh, my God. See, one of the things, Candace, you see this? Mm-hmm. Because Apple now has a feature that it grabs the font anywhere. So they should know that and not put it over the volume. But that's just the difference between my site and theirs. Okay, listen.
Imagine being married to me. My poor husband, he rolls over. He's like, "What are you reading?" And I feel like a regular wife says something, I don't know, maybe a love series. Nora Roberts, sweeping her away. Me, on the other hand, he rolled over, he asked me, and I said, "Oh, I'm reading a flat earth theory." And it dawned into an entire conversation. He's like, why are you reading a flat earth theory? And I'm like, because somebody messaged me on Manect about it, and they included some links, and I'm just reading them. I don't know. I'm just an interested person. No matter what, if there's a bunch of people that believe something, I now want to know what it is that they believe. And of course, he pushed me on this, and he was talking about the earth curvature and science. And I said to him, listen, I'm not a flat earther. I'm not a round earther. Actually, what I am is I am somebody who has left the cult of science. I have left the mega church of science, because what I have now realized is that science, what it is actually, if you think about it, is a pagan faith. Imagine.
Okay.
What the fuck? What?
What
Is she
about?
freaking high? What the
Oh,
hell
man.
is wrong with her?
So now you've got a white person,
Wow.
a mostly white person pretending to be black, and now you have a black person pretending to be Alex Jones. Listen, this shit pays. Hating Jews pays money. It pays. Being a flat earther pays. She is curtailing to an audience
Of conspiracy theorists.
She was playing Tyra Banks fucking 3 weeks ago. You know, she looked like she was on Tyra. Hi, girls. I'm wearing my new suit. Oh, my God. Let's go ahead and talk about Hollywood celebrities.
Did they sit on the floor and hold hands?
Oh, my God. And now it's like science. Science is the devil. I'm waiting for y'all. Go ahead, because I got nothing.
I mean, what about like Saint Thomas Aquinas? What about the majority of is it scientician? Is that the word? Scientists?
Scientific missionaries. Yes, whatever.
I don't know, like people back in the day, most of them were actually people of like in the clergy or had a high standing in the church, especially in the Catholic religion. Most of the scientists were also, they held a high rank.
Thanks, Frank.
They held, so it's so, in my opinion, and I feel like most Catholics also believe this, that science actually goes pretty hand in hand with religion. So I don't know, maybe she's waiting. Thanks, Kevin.
Thanks, Kevin. Thanks, Frank.
So I don't know if she's comparing it to that. I don't understand. Science is pretty easy to prove too. I mean, it's kind of like saying I don't believe in math anymore. Like I'm not gonna subscribe to that nonsense.
The sun is fascist. I don't believe in the sun. I don't believe it provides warmth at all. And what the fuck is she doing?
It orbits around the flat Earth too, just so everybody knows
what she's doing.
I think Ben Shapiro broke her ass. I hate to say it. He's using that Jewish voodoo shit and just broke her because she's just like completely batshit. She was one of the most lucid, down to earth people I've ever met, and now I'm just. She's like, oh, I entertain everything, lady. As well informed as you have to be, you don't have time to be reading that shit. You got to be focused on the stuff that people are saying that isn't true, not reading more shit that isn't true. I mean, we pretty much solved the flat earth conundrum a long time ago. I don't understand why we're talking about this shit. Anyway, go ahead, Ames.
I don't know. She's a huge conspiracy theorist, in my opinion. I think she is. She pushes like the moon landing stuff she pushes all of it. And there's so much information out there now. And with AI, it's so easy to create things. So I get why people are now like more inclined to not believe things because of AI. But back then there wasn't AI. And also I love science. I mean, my kids go to Catholic school. They teach science there. But they don't teach like all the theory. And that's the thing about science. There's these things called theories because they're not actually proven, but a lot of science is proven. So I don't know. It's a little ridiculous in my opinion. It's my 2 cents.
Ramon says, don't count on science to help us.
I think he's being facetious.
I hope so, because don't count
they
on.
all are. All the comments about science are all freaking just people just being.
Okay, good, because I'm like, don't count on God to help us either.
No, everyone's joking about.
No. Listen to what I said. Don't count on God to help us either, because if anyone believes that God is coming to fix things, that's not what he's coming back to do.
Oh,
no, he's coming back to rain holy hellfire and take the people who deserve to go with him if you believe in scripture. But there's 1,000 years of hell on earth coming if we're not in it already, and it's just unbeknownst to us. But for us to sit here and pretend that, God's going to come here and save the United States or choose Israel, or give me a break. I think God cares as much about sports teams as he does the United States of America in particular. So when people are like, God bless America, I don't think God's blessing America. I think God is blessing the human race and watching this experiment going, yeah, we've already done the salt thing. Now what do I have to do? Right? We've already had floods. We've already had locusts. What else am I going to have to do? Science isn't the only answer. Religion isn't the only answer. One is spiritual, one is metaphysical, and one is practical in reality and substantive. It's something you can grab. It's something you can feel. Science has done wonders for us. It also has hindered us. So is religion. Religion has done wonderful things for man, but it's also hindered our society. More people have died in the name of religion than anything else in the world. No disease, no war, no genetic flaw has taken more lives than in the name of religion. So neither are the ultimate answer for manifestation on earth. One of them is a promise, and one of them is to help understand and to create a quality of life while we're here. Science will mean nothing when we are dead. It'll mean nothing. Either we won't remember anything and we're worm food, or we're going to be with the Heavenly Father. Science will mean nothing. But it means something while we're here. But that doesn't mean we can't respect both disciplines. That some things science can explain that maybe it isn't in the Bible. Because there's nothing like a microscope in the Bible. There's nothing about amoeba. There's nothing about how to create fire. There's nothing about sleeping on a dirt versus a feather bed. There's things that science has created for us that has given us life and helped our quality of life. I don't believe it's an existential threat to religion. I think it's small-minded people who are threatened by religion or by science. That's my thought process. Olivia, Amy, what do you guys think?
Science, yo.
Science.
I think she's kind of going for the shock jock thing right now.
Yeah.
She just wants to be in the mainstream, and she doesn't want to be forgotten. And I think she thinks that's going to happen. So she's just trying to say whatever's going to get her the attention. And I hope that she actually doesn't believe the shit she's spewing, because she didn't seem like she was this stupid before.
Yeah.
So, but I guess that kind of makes you stupid if you're going to compromise your morals and who you are as a person to get money. So
Carl Kersey probably says maybe Noah filled the ark with DNA. It's fine. It's pretty funny. He would have had to. Let's be honest. I don't think the parables are designed to be taken literally.
I don't either.
I think the word of God is omnipotent for a reason. And if man could comprehend God, then we wouldn't need disciples, would we? So God, for us to believe that we have the intellect or the capacity to communicate on any level with a deity is not only completely arrogant, but completely off base for what we know about deities. That would be like an ant having a conversation as we were ready to burn them alive with a magnifying glass. And, excuse me, sir, 1 second. Before you ignite me into 1700 Kelvin, could I please just have a moment? Parlay, if you would. No. So I think there's a language barrier there. I think there's a comprehension barrier there. And that's why religion is so difficult for some people to comprehend who have analytical minds, because they need a probable solution. There's an algorithm that can solve everything on the planet for those who believe in math and science. Unfortunately, when it comes to religion, there is no such number that exists. The only thing that makes sense with religion, and this is something that I've never heard anywhere, and I should make a t-shirt, for the science people who say God isn't real because you can't, it's not substantive, you can't grab it, you can't touch it, you can't feel it, you can't see it, count to infinity for me.
Yeah.
Have you done that? Well, then don't tell me God isn't real, because you've never achieved infinity either. But on faith, you believe it because there's a certain series of patterns that you will have a predictive outcome. Well, that's what religion is. It's patterns and it's anecdotal evidence and experience to believe that something, a promise of something, will be achieved if you follow this pattern. Well, so whether it's the erosion of time or it's the addition of time, counting back to infinity or forward to infinity is an impossibility that will never be achieved. Maybe that's the same feeling we need to have when it comes to conceptualizing God. So we have something in common in science.
Oh
How
my
come
gosh.
no one's ever said that? That's really fucking good, Amy.
When you said that, it made me think of my children, because they play this, like the, times infinity game. And then whoever says God wins, because that always trumps infinity. So that just made me think of my kids.
But
I love that.
that's a fairly decent argument, is it not?
I
You
like
can't-
it. I like the way, I think it would help people connect the dots who can't find a way to connect the dots between,
Well,
having
how
faith.
about the boundaries of space? It's the same thing. You don't know. You're basing it on faith. But anyway.
And you're having faith in science too sometimes. I don't know, that the new telescope pictures, I do question those. I'm like, they don't look real.
Really?
It looks fake. To me, it does. The new, I don't know what it's called. What's the new telescope?
Hubble?
No, not
Oh,
Hubble. It's the
the
new one.
Andromeda. I don't know what it is. Whatever.
It's really cool looking. And the pictures are awesome, but I just have to go, is this real? Because it's very
Is this
questionable.
real life? Is this
know.
reality?
But if we can see into space that far, good
Well,
on us.
The thing about, here's the best way to describe it. Okay. If I have a monocle, what amplification am I going to get from a monocle? How many feet am I going to be able to see in front of me?
I don't
I don't
what
know.
that is.
You know what a monocle is?
Oh,
Doesn't
it's
it the prescription of it, right?
Hello, love.
Got it.
Absolutely.
what it?
We've got a little eyepiece in here. How far do you think that this can benefit in the reading process? How far? Ladies.
I don't know, 20 feet? I have no idea.
Holy shit! For a monocle? No, about
No
12
idea.
inches. It's a reading piece, right? It's
Oh, okay.
designed for close-up reading for people who have astigmatism in one eye versus the other, and looking at it ultimately, kind of looks like Michelle Obama when she smiles for a picture, lazy eye and shit. So,
Oh my.
if a monocle can do that, then let me from a size comparative analysis. What if I have a pair of binoculars? How far can you see?
20
Anybody?
feet.
Wait. Okay.
I got to be right one day.
No, that's not right. But you can amplify up to 10x, couple hundred yards away, and amplify what you're looking at. Now, are there binoculars that see further than 300 yards? Yeah, there's binoculars that can go 600, 700, 800 yards. Now, what about a high-powered telescope? Would that outperform optics for a firearm? Sure. Okay, how about just a small, dinky, reflective property in a cardboard box with a peephole? Can you see the moon in an amplified state? Sure. Anyone can create that. I can create that right now, with a mirror, a box, and I can create a telescope. Now, if we go buy a telescope in a hobby store, what can we see? Well, we could see Saturn. We can see the moon in an unbelievable sense. Okay, now let's go get a professional telescope. Now let's look at the Griffith Observatory. Where can you see? Now let's look at the Hubble telescope. What can you see? So to me, it's not a matter, Ames, of that it's so far, how could we possibly believe it? It's simply you have to design something that can take in a certain amount of light and refract an image at a high enough propensity to make a difference and see it. So whether it's 100,000 miles away or a light year away, there are telescopes that can see these things. So I absolutely believe, because I can explain it here on Earth. Yeah. I can do a controlled experiment and get the same result within a mile. And nobody would believe that it's possible. Go ahead, Ames.
Right. No, I was just saying, like, I understand what you're saying. It's called the James Webb Telescope. But they look up like pillars of whatever it's called. I don't know. The pictures are incredible. They're truly incredible. It's just hard to believe. That's all I'm saying. But I believed it. I had questions. When we watched the movie with the kids, I was like, because they do talk about like the creation of life. And I'm like, that's not how the world was created. But I understand they are seeing these things. It just doesn't make sense to me. Aren't they cool?
It's the Butari Nebula.
Yeah.
I think I see the USS Enterprise.
Right?
But
that is pretty cool looking.
These are nebula, and there's the Pegasus Nebula. There's plenty of different, like, I'll show you a picture from 1970. It's not the Pegasus Nebula. It's
your daughter would know.
Well, I know too. I just can't remember right now because it is the Pegasus Nebula. Yeah, my daughter. Here is the same image in resolution that is so bad, but it's the same picture. This picture's from like 1970 something. And that's crazy. That's the best we could do. But now, not only can you get up to that and literally take a 1-inch pixel and blow it up into 100,000 or 1,000,000 pixels because of our abilities now. But there's the Crab Nebula, right? So I grew up with looking at all these pictures, and they just were not strong. I mean, they were not good quality images because we didn't have the ability to see these type of images. That's the Crab Nebula.
That's really cool.
And now If you take a modern day image of the Crab Nebula, you get something like that. Much different. There's more detail, brighter, more colors. So I just understand what a lens can do, whether it's me shooting at 700 yards or whether it's me taking photographs with a telephoto lens, being at the Griffith Observatory, seeing it in action, seeing what those telescopes can do. But I understand doubt. I mean, that's the thing. But what the difference between you and Candace Owens is you're like, it's just hard for me to fathom, right? It's hard for me to believe. Candace Owens, like, there's no such thing as telescopes.
Right.
And I'm like, no, Candace, that's not true. Yeah, it's a Jewish mind game. It's the Jews are trying to pull a clever, fast one on you, and you're like, Candace, you've gone off the deep end, lady. She's got some problems.
She also thinks, what's the woman, the prime minister? She thinks that he's a man, like the trans.
I don't
remember.
know, but she's
on that wagon.
Oh yeah.
She's just very conspiracy theorist, and I used to really like her, and I even subscribed to her as soon as she was back on because I did. But now I'm like, oh, thanks, Brian.
Thanks, Boone.
Yeah. But yeah, she's like real conspiracy theory, like all the time, which I love a good conspiracy theory. I love them all.
But not when I have that platform. Not when I have that platform. Like you can sit here and say, yeah. By the way, I want to say thank you to the 50 plus on Twitter. It's great to have you. Wonderful to see you over on Spreely. Great to have you on Wimkin, Facebook, YouTube, Rumble, and all the usual suspects. Olivia stepped away for a second, and I'm waiting for her to come back. Come back, Shane.
She was checking on your pot pie.
What? We're ready to go. Where are you going? Don't say that on here. Holy shit. Why would you?
I didn't hear it.
Thank God. Thank God. Because how embarrassing. What? Okay, go take care of it. So, hey, who was Iron War Machine in Avengers? Is it Don Cheadle? I got a video from Don Cheadle you guys got to see. I'll tell you, Don Cheadle looks like absolute shit.
Oh, God. I was going to say, I like him.
Several days, there's been a lot of conversation about a certain old person, an old infirm person who had a really bad debate last week.
Listen, didn't this happen with Alicia Keys? Beautiful woman, gorgeous. And she's like, I'm not going to wear makeup and I'm going to retrograde to Aunt Jemima. And that's what Alicia Keys looks like. She looks like Aunt fucking Jemima. And I'm just like, I mean, ladies, I understand if you don't want to wear makeup. You don't have to, right? My wife is gorgeous. Amy's gorgeous without makeup. They don't need it. But there's a difference. Like, Joy Reid is going to transition into a man any day now. Like, it's going to be John Reid any day now.
Let's start that conspiracy.
Oh my God. It's not a conspiracy. That chick's going to come out and she's going to be like, I've been wanting to transition as a man for a long time. She's talking about the SCOTUS decision. I just want you to hear how off base. Tell me when we can't take it anymore. Listen to this.
You know, we've all had these conversations. Everybody's group chats are blowing up about it. All the op-ed pages.
Karen says, I just saw the movie Colors. Colors. I am a nightmare walking psychopath stalking. Okay. I love Colors. That's a horrible movie, but yeah, Robert Duvall, Sean Penn, the Wayans brothers were in it. Don Cheadle was in it. Absolutely. It had a ton of people in it. But anyway, here's Don Cheadle.
The New York Times is telling everybody what to do. All the op-ed, all the smart people are writing.
Yes, this is Joy Reid.
About what should be done next as far as the candidates are concerned on the ballot. Well, today the Supreme Court just made all of that completely irrelevant because the Leonard Leo's hand-picked six, the Federalist Society six, the Leonard Leo six on the court, just declared days before this nation celebrates its independence, presumably from the British king, that the President of the United States and a former President of the United States, that they are a king. They have granted monarch-like powers.
Okay. So far, that's exactly what Leroy and I said last night. The president is not a king. There is a very big difference between saying the president is not a king And this is why they need to be held accountable for decisions that are made from a private nature while in office versus a world decision, a geopolitical decision that's made in serving the office. And he's not a king. That is a fantastic way to make the argument versus where she completely goes off base and goes, yep, they just elected a king. Okay, first of all, you don't elect kings. Donald Trump is not related and have lineage to Charlemagne, okay? No. He doesn't have any lineage to Jehovah, to Abraham, to Queen Elizabeth, to Ferdinand. I can't even think of any others. The Duchess of Wales, the Romanovs, none. So to sit here and say he's a king is completely stupid. It's just stupid. Second, if you're going to flip out over this, I notice how you're not flipping out that Joe Biden's going to abuse this power, that it's Donald Trump that's going to abuse this power. So it's not. So let me get this straight, Joy. You trust Whitey? Because Joe Biden is white. And I thought white people were the devil. So really all you're doing is making up you're spewing and espousing this shit, but you don't really believe it. Listen to the rest. Amy, I really want your opinion on this.
To Donald Trump and declared him immune from prosecution for any acts that can be declared official acts. So any acts that he conducts as president, and said that any acts he conducts as president, which may have resulted in crimes, must be presumed to be official acts if they are done through the purview of the presidency. And he is only not immune from strictly personal acts. What that means in regular people terms is that as long as Donald Trump used the apparatuses of the...
That's so racist.
So
for all you dumb slaves out there, for you...
I just think that I didn't see any wording in this anywhere that said this was just for Donald Trump. I thought this was just a blanket ruling for everyone who was or could be the president in the future.
No, this protects the Black Messiah, Obama, too. I mean, this covers everybody. This covers posthumous presidents. This covers Ronald Reagan. Yeah. This covers Kennedy. You know, if they ever find out that, you know, Kennedy shot himself, he's covered.
Presidency, he can kind of do anything. So when he ordered his Justice Department or tried to pressure his Justice Department and threatened to install different people in the Justice Department to come up with...
DC makes a comment about Alicia Keys. Listen, I don't give a shit about Alicia Keys. Alicia Keys can be whoever she wants, but for her to sit here and say it's to get back to her African roots and all this... She had no problem being a sex symbol and showing off half of her body and her tits on Smoking Aces, okay? I love these people who make millions of dollars selling their bodies and selling their morals and scruples and then just hating themselves afterwards. Buy a dog, okay? Go find a drug habit or something. Just enough. It's so tiring when people do this. Kate Moss did this shit. Kathy Ireland did this stuff. At least Elle Macpherson had the good graces to always be beautiful and not complain about it. That's what she was. She didn't come out and try to write a book and become a philosophical scholar. She realized she had great tits, a great body, and a great face, and she had an amazing accent from Australia, and it was so cute. And that's what made her hot. So I just don't understand why people forego their entire lives and then, you know, sit here and pretend that somehow they're virtuous. Like take a look at an action star and how many guns in movies they've used. Arnold Schwarzenegger is a perfect example. Homeboy shot 310 people through rose bushes in Commando. But I do not believe in guns. We need to stop it. The violence. Get down. Everyone, who's your daddy? What is he? Don't get to the chopper. You know, and I'm sitting here listening to this guy. I'm like, dude, you're a fucking clown. You've done more for individual gun sales than anyone else on the entire planet outside of Barack fucking Obama. There were more gun sales with Barack Obama because that guy constantly threatened to take them. All right, here's Don Cheadle.
Fake evidence of voter fraud so that he could declare the elections in Michigan and Pennsylvania and Arizona and Georgia to have been invalid. He can do that. And all the communications that he had with the Justice Department, even if they were criminal in nature, are immune from prosecution and cannot be used by prosecutors.
That's not what it says.
And others.
That's not what it says.
He can do it because he used the official instruments of the presidency.
Nope.
When he tried to pressure Mike Pence, including using a violent insurrection to pressure him.
God,
no one's instead of the real one.
No one's been charged with insurrection. I'm just letting you know. There hasn't been insurrection has not been charged since like 1832. There is no insurrection. That is a complete lie.
The Biden ones to accept the electors of himself and Donald Trump instead. As long as he used the official apparatuses of the presidency to do it, he can do it.
How do you know someone's lying? Watch her head when she talks. She's doing this. One thing you always get with me is I'm always in a head bob. Yes. Okay. When I want to emphatically state something as no, this is what I do. Just watch her pantomimes.
Presumably, if he were to use SEAL Team 6 to try to assassinate one of his political opponents, so long as he did it through the auspices of the presidency, let's say use the NSA to say, let me investigate the Bidens as a national security threat. And then we need to go ahead and assassinate them when they take a foreign trip. We'll just go ahead and use drones to assassinate them, let's say, in a foreign country. And we'll use SEAL Team 6 to go in and get them like they got bin Laden. Long as
can I say something?
Yeah.
There's no such thing as SEAL Team 6. That's fucking Hollywood and TV shows. The proper term is DevGru. Second, he's the commander and fucking chief. If he wants to use SEAL Team 6 to kill a political opponent, he's going to kill the people who are going to try to hold him accountable too. You're talking about a despot. You're talking about someone who usurps the power of the U.S. government and becomes a tyrant. He didn't do any of that shit in 16 and 20. He didn't kill anybody. He's the commander in chief. Donald Trump could have done that shit a long time ago. This court order just makes him held culpable. By who? Okay, so the local constable, Andy Griffith comes up, right? And they're like, oh, we're going to arrest you. And he's like, boom, you're fucking dead. Now what? Who are you going to send? You going to send Bruce Willis into the White House? Don't you understand? If he's killing people with the military, then you have somebody who has overthrown the country. This SCOTUS fucking decision doesn't change that in any way, shape, or form. You want to know what changes it is the Patriot fucking Act, where you can turn an American citizen and surrender habeas corpus and take away their rights and treat them like a domestic terrorist simply because you say so. That is more threatening and damaging to our country, and you guys don't have any fucking problem with that. Amy, go ahead.
I would like to be a conspiracy theorist here for the moment.
Oh my God.
I just like listening. I didn't see that today or whenever she posted that because I am like her number one fan for sure. But I feel like her. I mean, but just it's like is
Yenny,
she trying to
sit down?
I'm just happy. We're all just happy she's back. We love to see her butt.
Oh, so we're seeing more than that. We can see her tonsils sometimes. It's
it's like, is Joy Reid trying to send a message to the Biden family like, hey, wink, wink, nudge, nudge, you can do this? And I don't know who the other lady, there was another lady who was on the news today talking about, well, I guess Biden could just send drones and kill everybody on the
That's Harry Sasson is the lady you're talking about. Sorry.
Like,
we talked about.
Okay. I didn't. Yeah.
He's a guy. Like, he's a guy. I'm making a joke.
Oh, it was a man?
No, it wasn't. It was a woman. I'm just saying, Harry Sasson, because that's that little shit. And we call him Harriet because he's like going to come out any day as a trans. He's just, we're waiting any moment now.
But so my conspiracy theory is, are they trying to say like, hey, now that this is in place, we're going to make it look like Trump is going to be the evil person, but you get to be evil. And we'll try to spin it as they always do is no, he's just doing presidential crap. He just had to murder everybody. Like,
It's
I don't
so
know. It just seems
stupid.
so far-fetched to me.
It's not far-fetched. It's just like the fucking orange makeup on Joe Biden. It's just like Kamala Harris pretending she's black. It's all a show. It's bullshit. They don't believe any of this shit. Nobody believes this. He was there from 16 to 2020. He could have killed them all.
Yeah.
All of them. He didn't. It's never happened in the history of the United States. We've never had a president to start killing American citizens except the fucking dark brother from another mother, Barack fucking Obama. The great black hope of America, Barack Obama, killed 284 fucking Americans without due process, with drone strikes. I don't care that they were Al Qaeda and ISIS. Good, they all should have died. Kill them all. But don't sit here and get pissed off when fucking Donald Trump kills a non-American citizen in Soleimani from Iran. You can't do that. You can't kill foreign leaders. It's a war, you stupid twats.
So what are they crying?
They cried over the death of Soleimani, but they don't give a shit that Barack Obama killed 280 plus people.
So are they crying over bin Laden?
No, well, that's the point. That's the ever-loving point.
Yeah, they did though. Remember, like recently, people were coming up and saying that we shouldn't have killed Osama bin Laden. That was like last year, year before last?
Right.
Like, yes.
Yes.
Like they were literally crazy.
This is just a game. This is what they do. It's all makeup. It's pontification. It's all dress up. It's make believe. And they sit here and espouse this shit, and the stupid liberals eat it up. And there's conservatives who do too. There's guys like Alex Jones who do this shit. There's guys like fucking Nick Fuentes who do this. Steve Bannon is this way. Dude, Bill O'Reilly came on and said, Joe Biden is resigning. I have evidence of him resigning. Where's Bill O'Reilly now? Because guess what? Every single Democrat is rallying behind Joe Biden. They all had questions. Well, guess what? They got their nuts clipped. Hakeem Jeffries, Nancy Pelosi, the White House administration and the press staff have a mandatory meeting in the White House via conference where they are all going to get their nuts shaved. And either you get in line or you're fucking fired. Joe Biden is the nominee, and you will sit here until the cows come home and say that he is the smartest, greatest grandpa we've ever had. And if you don't, you're fired. Where's Bill O'Reilly? Where's his accountability? Where is that woman toucher? And I had viewers that were defending Bill O'Reilly, and I said, listen, he doesn't know this. He doesn't have a source. This is just speculation. It's spitballing. It's what everybody does. It's
the same blank piece of paper that, what was it, Schumer and whatever were holding up in the Schiff, holding up in Congress saying this is the evidence of Russian collusion.
Right. It's just, you guys, it's never this complicated. He is the incumbent. Incumbents have a high re-election rate. Very rarely. 3 of them in the last 100 years, Donald Trump is one of them, haven't gotten a re-election once they're an incumbent. He's got a $500 million war chest on the line. The primaries are over. I don't know if you people have been paying attention, but the primaries are done. The delegates are counted. 3,084 some odd delegates have been assigned to Joe Biden. The ticket says Joe Biden and Kamala Harris, and the fucking DNC is right around the corner. You expect them to hold a national primary? Even if he dies, they still got to hold a primary. That's not the way this works. They just don't go, Kamala Harris is president. Yes, she'll be interim, but the Senate will put forward people to vote on. And they'll be replaced in the interim. They'll still be replaced in November. Somebody has to run. The only way Joe Biden will not be on that ticket is if he dies or he resigns. But Kamala Harris is on the fucking primary ballot, folks. It's Harris and Biden. She can take 90% of his funds. People are like, no, they can't. Election finance laws say that you can't transfer money between candidates. She's on the ticket. Her name is there. An exception will be made by DNC. They will change the law. And the law is simple, is that in an event of a 25th Amendment or the president is incapacitated, the vice president will carry on with the duties of the president. And right now, those duties are to run for re-election. She will get 90% of that based on a few states that have a bylaw that says that that can't happen. Otherwise, she gets like $380 million. There's nobody who's going to raise that amount of money in the next fucking 5 months. But see, everyone's like, they can't run Harris. Well, then if you can't run Harris, you're going to lose $500 million. That money goes back to the donators. About 10% can be kept that wasn't designed for a presidential election, but donated to the DNC for other congressional races, local races, state legislators, fundraisers that didn't have a campaign assigned to it. The DNC is not going to give up $500 million in political capital so they can run somebody else. Folks, you already fucked the prostitute without a condom. If you're terrified of getting AIDS and herpes and gonorrhea and chlamydia, but you've already been pumping a couple hundred times, you might as well just have at it. Pulling out now and stopping ain't going to do anything. You might as well get your nut, because whatever you're going to catch, you got it. They're fucking without a condom. They got Joe Biden. That's it. That's all they have. So for everyone who's sitting here saying they're gonna switch out and Newsom's gonna come in or Whitmer, there's only two ways that happens. Joe Biden resigns, and then we get Kamala because the DNC is not going to give up $500 million. Or he dies and we get Kamala because they're not going to give up $500 million. Folks, you need to stop overthinking these processes. You've got to stop. Even if you gave a donation to Joe Biden, you're not getting a refund. That's not the way this works. You're not purchasing something. You have donated money. Once you donate and classify and get that receipt and hit send, that money is, there might be some exceptions. But if you gave money to Joe Biden, well, you know what? You just learned a lesson. Maybe the next time you shouldn't give it to a fucking 186-year-old geriatric who has done nothing for America. And I'm not asking you to give it to Trump either. But don't give it to Biden. Don't empower these assholes. Don't encourage them. Okay? So let's stop with the Michelle Obama is going to be the president of the United States with Gavin Newsom. You guys, I love you. My viewers are my favorite people on the planet. But like my kids, sometimes you don't fucking know what you're talking about. Like I don't teach you how to do whatever you do. This is my area. This is my playground. This is my Rome. This is my Acropolis. This is my Parthenon. I'm Jesse Waters, and this is my world. And I'm telling you.
This is Waters World.
This is Waters World, whatever. I'm telling you that they are going to run Joe Biden until he dies or till he quits. That's it. And this whole thing, they put Biden on there so they can replace him. They can replace him without that debate. Like fucking 9.8% inflation isn't good enough. Wars, leaving Americans in Israel, fentanyl deaths, border collapse, housing prices, the fucking Fed, that's not enough to replace him. So they put him on there and embarrass him with a debate. That's the coup de grace? No. What do you do when you commit? When you're behind in the polls, what do? You will shit in one hand and throw it at the wall to see if it sticks. That's what they're doing. They spray tanned him orange, people. The thing they've made fun of Donald Trump for the last 8 years, they sprayed tanned Biden orange. They don't know what to do. They would piss on a spark plug right now if it would do any good. Everyone just needs to. Trump is in a good spot. He still may not win, which is the most terrifying fucking thing that you should be focused on right now is how do you bring 10 people to the polls with you? How do you literally look like a Mexican vehicle driving in Los Angeles in the slow lane when you're going to the polls. How do you fit 10 people into a 5-person car is what you should be figuring out, and ensuring that we don't have a droppage in votes.
Get one of those little clown cars from the circus.
I also
Whatever
think
it takes.
Kamala and I already forget her name, the girl from the beginning, Taraji.
Taraji.
I think they already solved that problem. They were just texting everybody they knew to get them to vote. So
I hate when I go off on these sometimes, but it's important. And I'm trying to give you a perspective. I'm not saying I know everything when it comes to this, because there's surprises, but this is as interesting to me as a blocked toilet is to a plumber. Okay. I've seen it all in politics. The one thing about politics is what is past is prologue. Will you please get that camera? I swear to God, can you have me come over tomorrow and just do it? Come pick my ass up and we'll do it. All right.
I won't be out all day tomorrow, but maybe Thursday possibly. Yeah.
Okay. Larry says they have their convention coming up. If they want to replace him, they will, and states will make an exception to get them on the ballot. Can you imagine having a contested convention? What that will do? Why? Why would they do that? Why? Who right now is going to be within 5 points of Donald Trump if they pick it up? Who's it going to be? Because it's not Newsom. It's not Whitmer. It's not Hakeem Jeffries. It's not Kamala Harris. Who is it? Tell me.
Well,
Larry?
can I ask a question?
Go
Why
ahead.
would, I mean, Biden hasn't given any indication that he does not want to run. Although I think deep down he would like to just go retire and live out the last few years of his life. And I hope he gets to. But yeah, I haven't seen, he hasn't indicated that he doesn't want to run again, correct? So they can't just make him not run at this point.
Joe
right?
Biden wants to run.
Yeah. That's
Joe Biden was snubbed for Hillary Clinton. He was done dirty. Obama slapped him with the brown pickle and said, "You're out. I'm going with Hillary. I'm going to the worst person in the world. The person who created I'm from Kenya, that was Hillary Clinton. Do you understand that was her in Podesta? That wasn't Donald Trump. The whole birther movement, it's in the Podesta emails. Once again, fact, not conspiracy theory. The leaked emails from Julian Assange. Go read them. Podesta and Hillary Clinton put that in a young senator's ear and created this whole thing with birtherism. Barack Obama hates Hillary Clinton. Like, thinks she's white chick voodoo magic. And he endorsed Hillary Clinton over Joe Biden. He took how many years? In 2020, we knew Joe Biden was running. We knew Pete Buttigieg was running. We knew Barry Sanders were running. He didn't even support Biden until the last 87 days of the election. Why? Because he said it best. Don't underestimate Joe Biden's ability to fuck things up. End quote. Okay. Hi, son. You're going to bed now? Okay, so you want to say good night? All right, well, good night, and I love you. All right, you tell Christian hello. Are you watching the Stros? Enjoy it. Have fun, buddy. Love you too. Bye. Okay, so I went off on my tangent. I just want people to relax. We got a long way to go. If we're gonna blow our wads on this, we got a long way to go. You have sentencing, which has now been kicked down the road till September. If you guys think that's a good thing, it's not. Judge Merchan pushed Trump's sentencing, and I think that is the dumbest mistake ever. If he doesn't grant another continuance, that is right before the frickin' meat and potatoes, when pretty much everyone who's going to be paying attention will be paying attention. You should drop it now, do the sentencing now, get it out there, use it as political fundraiser and capital, be clear of it in September and October, and focus on a November run. This is a horrible idea. When I heard it, I'm like, Merchan doesn't do anything that's right. He does everything he can to fuck Trump. Do you really think this is the best thing for Donald Trump, is to have this happen in October? or September. It's not. You should have done it now. Get the picture of you getting handcuffed and throwing in prison, or having to sign a check over for whatever amount the fine is, or whatever they have you do. Get sentencing over with so you can use it to fundraise and have it be anesthetized by the time it gets to September, October,
How long does it usually take to do a sentencing after a trial?
Minutes.
It's ridiculous.
It depends on how high profile the trial is. Sometimes they will. It could take longer. If you see, like, if it's a long trial, especially, they might take 3 to 4 weeks to do the sentencing phase. So.
No. She's actually talking about the sentencing process.
Oh, sorry.
It's when you walk in, you stand up. Everybody stands up in the court, and then you hear the judge tell you if there's 87, 147 counts, which nobody gets that, even Ted Bundy or Al Capone, but Donald Trump does. That might take a little bit to read, but it literally doesn't take long at all. Now, you might have a wait situation and an after situation where he has to file paperwork or be taken into custody. That doesn't take minutes. But the actual reading of the sentencing, judge usually has an opening epilogue that can last anywhere from a minute to an hour. There's judges who, like in the Menendez case, that guy fucking wouldn't shut up. Judge Ito wouldn't shut up. But the sentencing itself usually takes minutes.
Yeah, I was just curious of the time frame between after the trial is over. When do they come back to do the sentencing?
It can be a couple days, a couple weeks, a couple months. Sentencing has been almost a half a year sometimes. In the case of Steve Bannon, the actual sentencing versus the close of the trial was actually delayed several times. Continuance can take place even in sentencing, and they can ask for an extension. Now, here's the thing. He moved it to September for a reason. He's not going to continue it again. This guy has not granted Donald Trump one fucking thing in the positive. Why do you think he's doing this? Because it puts it in the higher end news cycle. This is where I don't want Donald Trump to filter shit through me. I just want someone to call me and say, hey, we're thinking of doing this. What do you think? So I can fix this shit for them. This is a stupid decision. You should fundraise on this, because in September, all your ad buys are done for the quarter. So if he gets arrested or he gets thrown in prison for his sentencing, that is millions upon millions of dollars of fundraising that will go to waste, because all the ads are bought. Right now, this is the Super Bowl of ad buy. June, you're buying for third quarter and fourth quarter right now. If there's any time left, a lot of politicians have been buying last year at this time. You can't get a it's like getting a Taylor Swift ticket right now. I bought ads in 2020 and 2016, and I know how to do it. And I'm telling you, it's not easy. Radio time, TV time, it's all taken up by politicians. So it's stupid. Even Facebook ads are going to run at a lower clip because so many people have bought it. There's only so many ads you can put on in order to permeate and penetrate the viewer, before literally everything they're seeing is a pop-up. So there's only so much real estate for ads. So you revenue now, you raise a couple $100 million off this, and you add the buy in every single swing state. But if he has to wait till September, it's going to be too late. You got to think ahead. All right? Everyone relax. Holy shit. Joy Reid, she's nuts. She doesn't make any sense. She's completely wacko. And here's another example of it.
Ooh, more Joy Reid. Aren't we just like...
No, it's not Joy
so
Reid. Today is literally people who are just nuts. That's literally it. There is and I really am going to kick it over and stop talking. I'm sorry. I'm really 20 minutes now.
Quick question.
Yeah.
Does the postponement of the sentencing affect Trump's ability to appeal?
No.
Okay. That was somebody who wanted to know.
No. Okay. This is a mask-wearing lady who cries because nurses told her that her dumb mask doesn't do anything to protect her.
Sorry.
And enjoy this. This is for Amy and Olivia.
So I'm trying to paint a picture picture of the conversation that I just had at infusion. I just got back to my car. And the
Hold
nurse
on.
threw a bonus mask into my purse from the sterile kit.
I'm trying to get the volume up.
So I'm trying to paint a picture of the conversation that I just had at infusion. I just got back to my car. And the nurse threw a bonus mask into my purse from the sterile kit. And I said, oh, hey, thank you. I can always use more of those. And she's like, yeah, we can use less of them. And I was like, oh, I know. We're all really tired of wearing masks. I get it. And she goes, no, they're pointless. And I said, what? I was like, even in an oncology and hematology infusion center, you feel that masks are pointless. She was like, yeah, we didn't wear them before COVID. I was like, even with neutropenic patients, even with patients that have no white count, no immunity.
This lady just used Google. And you always know when somebody looks up a word and then tries to use it, they have to stop and think about the word before they say it, which means you just look it up on Google and you said it 14 times so you can remember it in your video. This is the new norm. People making videos that are just nonsensical and stupid, and they're literally either yelling at you or crying. And get a therapist.
No, nothing. You still feel that masks are completely irrelevant. She was like, yeah.
Yes, Robin, I agree.
Wow. And then like 3 other nurses popped over and she asked them, she's like, what do you guys think about masks? Are they irrelevant at this point? Even in oncology? And they were like, I mean, we're pretty sick of it. Like, I don't really think we need to be doing it. We weren't doing it before COVID. And again, I was like, even with neutropenic patients, you don't feel that masking is necessary. Even with accessing ports, you don't feel that masking is necessary. And I just had 3 to 4 grown women who are nurses look at me and tell me no. And like, I'm not an oncology patient, but I am immunocompromised. And I, quite frankly, have never looked at fellow human beings like that and like known exactly where I stood in some kind of a hierarchy.
What a privileged fucking life you've led, lady. Nice job, Wonder Bread.
And know that like at the end of the day, I don't matter. And if I don't matter, so many people on this oncology floor don't matter. And if that's just one clinic in Washington State, we're supposed to matter. I'm so floored. That conversation even just happened. So floored. I have a lot of unpacking I need to do.
Thanks again, Sarah.
Thanks, Sarah.
Sure. Holy shit.
My
Go ahead.
first thought is this, like, the best friend of the chick who did the video a few months ago who was like, I didn't ask to be born and my parents bought me a 4,000 square foot
Yeah,
home.
this one isn't fake.
So that was my first thought.
It's not fake. This one's real. This one's real. Yeah, like every video she makes is this. It's like she needs to find a boyfriend and he needs to beat her.
Needs to get laid.
I'm kidding. That's not funny.
Well, she needs to get laid. Pull the stick out of her ass.
That's not funny. Well, maybe the stick is what she needs. It's not funny. No, spousal abuse. Come on. I'm not going to apologize. I make jokes. Someone needs to hold her and tell her that it's all going to be okay. Amy, what are your thoughts on this? You've been through some shit in your life. Is you being told by nurses that your mask really doesn't do anything? Is that make a video worthy and melt down in front of the entire world?
Well, I mean, I'm probably the most important person on planet Earth. So for me,
Sure.
This would be earth shattering. Jeez, Luke, I don't know where to start with this woman either. I don't know why she felt the need to make this video. All the nurses are correct. I haven't been in an oncology infusion center since prior to COVID. However, no one wore a mask. And if you are neutropenic, they don't do your infusions. They can't because you will die. So you're admitted to a hospital and you get transfusions to get your blood back to normal. So I don't. It's just like so. There's so much about this that just doesn't make sense, and you don't need a mask in an infusion center. So
Is a neutropenic the same thing as an ultrapenic? Because I've had an ultrapenic my whole life. Is that an ultrapenic?
Neutropenic means you have no white blood cell count at all.
Ultrapenic basically is the non-plural version of peni or penis.
Oh, yeah, no.
Olivia says I have an ultrapenic all the time.
Yeah.
No complaints. I've never asked for a refund.
You're a giant ultrapenic. Listen.
Can I just say something?
Yeah. No. Yeah.
I just have to get this off my chest.
Okay, go ahead.
Went to the grocery store the other day.
Okay.
I went to buy bananas.
Okay.
Organic, because they're better for you. And the lady there at the produce department told me that organic bananas don't matter. And I'm so upset because I've been spending 10 more cents a pound on those bananas, and I was just told that they don't matter.
That's right.
Pardon? I need a moment.
It's okay. Take all the time you need. You feel better? Are you verklempt?
Yep.
I'm so verklempt.
I'm good. You know what? I just realized how these women do it. I have real tears in my eyes. It's just, I was totally faking it. They're all fucking faking it.
Well, the fact that she's faking it and then she does a perfect rendition of what the nurse sounds like and then goes back to crying. Yeah, you're fake. Right? I mean, listen, she outs herself in just listen to it. Here it is.
From the sterile kit. Lots of them. It's like, oh, I know, we're all really tired of wearing masks. I get it. She goes, no, they're pointless. I said, what? I was like, even in an oncology and hematology infusion center, you feel that masks are pointless. She was like, yeah, we didn't wear them before COVID.
It's amazing.
I feel like, sorry, but really quick, I feel like this nurse probably has to deal with this woman on a regular basis, and she's just had enough of her shit. She's like, they're pointless.
Screw you, Karen. Right. Go F yourself, Karen. So we've had a lot of women on tonight. We've had Kamala Harris. We've had Joy Reid. I've showed you a batshit crazy lady who just let her have her mask, I've shown you a lot of women. And I want to show you one more.
I want to buy her a box of masks and send it to her.
You should. And just say they don't matter.
Message to folks right now who are worried.
Here is
another woman. Yep.
Here's another woman for you.
He's my
Patrice Buttigieg. This fucking guy. I love the safety vest. You can dance if you want to and leave no man behind. But if you don't dance, then no friend of mine. Safety dance. Everybody's doing the dance. Okay, here we go.
Oh, boy.
As a member of the president's cabinet, you, of course, get to interact with him in a lot.
Can I say something? At first, I'm like, he has the longest fucking arm I've ever seen.
I thought the same thing. I'm like, what's he pointing at?
Oh my gosh, it does look like.
And then it grew. And I'm like, holy shit, no wonder why he's so popular with the gays.
Oh.
That's fisting might be a whole new experience. Look at the size of that thing. Watch this arm, how it grows.
As a member of the president.
I'm just like, holy shit, it's Elastiboy.
Cabinet, you of course get to interact with him in a lot of ways that the general public does not. What's your message to folks right now who are worried about both the president's age and his ability to serve for another 4 years?
The president, the boss that I work for, is a focused and disciplined leader, and you can tell from the results that we've gotten. No modern president has been able to deliver as many achievements as he did really in his first 2 years alone, including, of course, this historic infrastructure package, but also the legislation bringing manufacturing jobs back to places like where I grew up in northern Indiana, the benefits for veterans, the reduction in the cost of insulin, you name it. I think in any job, you want to be judged on the results that you deliver. And that's, I think, the part of the message that we're bringing as we hit the road, pointing up these great projects.
As
that guy says so much for saying absolutely nothing.
Yeah.
I'm amazed he didn't mention the salmon.
Right.
Or I literally had the same thought, like the salmon.
Amy, how does it make you feel for someone to sit here and say that the struggles that you're facing as a mother in a nuclear family aren't real? That everything you're saying, that illegal immigration doesn't impact you, that cost of living, that the federal interest rate doesn't impact your sales as a real estate agent, that the taxes don't impact you and have implications on your business. How does it feel that some pipsqueak little dipshit gets to tell, who's in Intel, by the way, and I'm ashamed. Like, I want to apologize to the world for Pete Buttigieg because this guy worked Intel, and, he gives Intel people a bad name. You can be smart and not look like a dweeb at the same time. But I'm not a fan of Pete Buttigieg. I think he's phony. I think he's fake. I want to hear him yell. I want to hear him cuss. I want to hear him drop something other than well, that's a wonderful question. Let me go ahead and answer that in the most complicated way possible without answering anything. Amy, your thoughts?
I have to agree with Pete here. I think we just need to look at the results and the achievements that Biden has made for our country. I actually, this reminded me, I know this is not his place, Pete. I know he's the infrastructure guy, which is such bullshit. And remember when he was driving to work, but biking for the last half a mile? Anyways, I saw this guy.
It was like 300 feet.
Right.
Okay.
Half a block, whatever it was. He had to round the corner, whatever it was. But I saw this video where this man had went through his old shopping history and and had his total, and it was like $80 or something. And then he just did the add everything back to cart, and it was like $400 for the same exact shit. And I'm like, I'm going to start doing that just to see. I'm going to post my videos. I'm tired of this. I'm tired of the results we're getting and Biden's achievements. I want less from his achievements, please.
It's amazing when you think about it. I should create that app. Is there an app that does that, which will retroactively show you what prices were in 2020?
I have the Walmart app, and I order a lot, so it will tell me what I spent and show me exactly what I ordered, and it has a date of everything I ordered.
See, that would be really.
That would be a good app.
Wouldn't that be a great app to put in 2020 prices and to see how much you got fucked and post it online? I'm going to talk to Wimkin. I'll talk to Jason. Nobody steal that idea. Thank God we're not live.
So I wish I would have thought of this, but I can't. Michelle from YouTube said, "Go gadget arms." I totally wish I would have said that.
Right. So which was one of the great. I can do that. Do.
Oh, I love that show when I was younger.
Do. Go gadget go. I fucking love that show. Hating Jews has become a profitable business. And Roger Waters,
sexual assault outright.
And I'm going to say it right now. Pink Floyd's better without Roger Waters. Okay, David Gilmour is a better guitarist. David Gilmour brought that band together. Roger Waters was so sporadic in his design. I'm not saying Pink Floyd The Wall is not one of the best albums in the world. I'm not saying that Dark Side of the Moon wasn't fantastic, but there was something very good about Momentary Lapse of Reason. I love Gilmour. His rendition of Comfortably Numb after dropping Waters out, and David Bowie and Dave Gilmour doing Comfortably Numb is by far the best rendition I've ever seen. Blows Roger Waters away. But Roger Waters is a talent. They also fucked over one of the original band members, but I'm not going to go there. But Roger Waters is a gifted musician. Like most musicians, he's a commie fuck. From John Lennon to Paul McCartney to anyone in the game now, most of them are socialists. And I have one person who shows up to my site more than any other. And that person is the failed musician. Everybody who knows my channel knows this. Failed musicians love my page because they're all socialist pricks. They realize that they're not going to make it in the music industry, and they blame the U.S. government for it and blame capitalism that they are not rich. No, the reason why is because you did something that millions of other people with not enough talent try to do. And that's like people who play sports in high school and think they're going to make the NBA or make the NFL. The odds of that are probably you nailing Elle Macpherson. They're pretty low. So as a musician making it, ask Stillpoint, who is one of the most well-known bands in Georgia, and we are constantly promoting them. And they deserve to be on the radio. I am a musical and connoisseur. Like there isn't there's very rarely any music that I can't talk about. I love music. And it doesn't matter whether it's Bach or Beethoven or Brooks or Def Leppard or Jethro Tull or Floyd or Run DMC or NWA. I listen to all of it. But it's hard to make it in this business. And Still Point should, because they're an amazing band. Roger Waters is a complete dipshit because I don't care what he has to say. I just want him to make music. And he hasn't made good music in 30 years. Almost 40. So let's go ahead and listen to what Roger Waters has to say about hating on Jews, as they all do. Here it is.
All the filthy, disgusting lies that the Israelis told after October the 7th.
Like what?
About burning babies and women being raped, which were all completely...
Actually, women were raped.
No, they weren't.
Yes, they were.
Well, there's no evidence.
It's been established by the
you
United Nations.
You can say anything that you want, but there's no evidence.
Actually, there is extensive evidence.
There is no evidence.
Sexual assault and rape. Well, there is.
Okay, well, all right, now...
Also, we know what Hamas broadcast on social media.
Calm down. Roger, calm down. Don't sink to his level. All right, I won't.
What level?
Well, stop shouting. Stop shouting back. Let him interrupt you as much as you want.
God, I fucking hate this guy.
Whoa, is he freaking
sorry,
psycho?
Please, what were you saying?
Yeah. I would want a restraining order.
Fuck?
Listen, you pompous dicks.
Oh my God.
Listen, shut the fuck up and listen to me. I want photographic evidence of the rape. I want to see the videos. I want to watch them. I want to immerse myself into them. I want to bathe myself into the rape videos. What the fuck do you want, doucheplow? This shit was all over the place. If Facebook wouldn't fucking censor the videos, if you actually... Who here on the panel has actually seen the evidence from IDF and seen from Mossad as they've released it open to the United States on any media channel whatsoever? Can anyone name one?
No, not media.
You can't. I've seen it.
I haven't watched any of the
I've
videos.
seen the handheld video of going into those bathroom stalls that were literally the walls were painted with Israeli blood. You saw a woman have shit-stained pants because they anally raped her as they cut her Achilles tendon and smashed her knee so she couldn't walk and run. She's alive still, by the way. Imagine how she's going to feel. For anyone to sit here and say that this didn't happen, there is a group of people on this planet who are espousing and platforming anti-Semitic shit. All this other like if you talk about the industry, you're not anti-Semitic. If you think that the Jews run the banks, it's not anti-Semitic because it's true. If you think they run Hollywood and a lot of legal conglomerations, they do. That Jews have a huge influence in the porn industry, they do. That's not anti-Semitic to say so. If you think the Bolshevik Revolution was completely run by Jews, you're a fucking idiot. But to say that there weren't Jews that were responsible in the Bolshevik Revolution is stupid. The problem is that you're taking all Jews and you're lumping them together because can you just openly admit it? You fucking hate Jews. Can you just say it? I'm not a big fan of Muslims. When it comes to certain groups, Somalians, I'm not a fan. I'm sorry. I'm not. In fact, I've got some prejudice against the Somalian people. I'm just letting you know. Filipino people, I've got some struggles with the Filipinos too. I have some problems with Australians, the way they treat black people. I've been to those countries. I've seen the worst of the worst, but I don't hate all Australians. I don't hate all Somalians. I don't hate all Filipino people. Roger Waters is using terminology from 1940 Germany. Filthy Jews. He didn't call them rats and vermin or anything else, but enough is enough, people. The dust is going to settle on this. And in the end, all you're going to be is a complete fucking prick. And you better be careful, because if you think now is the time to uprise and the Reich is now 2.0 and Jews are going to be fucking cast from the Holy Land and they're going to be put in camps, and this is your time to truly espouse the things that you believe that your father told you and all your little Nazi fucking Reich rallies, it's not going to happen. And I'm sick and tired of it. I'm sorry. There's my rant. And Amy, you go, and then Olivia.
I don't know what else to say. I think you said it all. This guy, he seemed like he was literally crazy. And if I was Piers Morgan, I'd be like, can you have security like closer? Because that just seemed completely unhinged. And I don't know. I know there are people that believe the way that he does, which I think is absolutely disgusting. What happened on October, was it 8th, 7th? I don't even know.
7th.
The 7th.
That was anti-Semitic, Amy. Real good.
Sorry.
How dare you?
I'm not good with dates. And it was October. That's 8th, so whatever. It was still terrible. And, we did see remnants of it on the news. And I don't know what happened. It was like we all supported the Jews. And then like a week later, you had these groups coming out who were like openly hating them and happy that this happened to them. And against them defending themselves. I still don't understand it. I think they should have every right to do whatever they need to do to defend themselves and get themselves out of the situation and end Hamas. So
if only someone would have told people that you're about to find out what the world thinks of Jews and you should listen. And on October 8th, nobody was saying what I was saying. I said, you're about to find out who people really are. And two things. You're going to find out who people really are, and the Jews are going to absolutely destroy Gaza and melt it down to nothing. And anyone who's caught in there after 30 days, there will be no quarter. And everyone's like, oh, Israel's not going to do that. They're not that. Yes, they are. You slap them, they cut your fucking head off. That's the way Israel has always done things. And that's the way you have to do it in the Middle East. Liv, your thoughts on this?
I think people like that need to be punched in the face several times, and they can't do anything back. And they just have to take it. And if they argue one iota about it, then they're a fucking liar. Because Israel got freaking punched in the face, and they're complaining that they're fighting back.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous.
Yeah.
And I don't get the hatred from some people. It blows my mind how much hatred people can have. I don't get it.
Kenny Powers. Kenny, this is a great story. Kenny says, how do you only have 1.3K subs? Is this a newer channel because you have your stuff together? Great panel with fantastic host. Kenny, first of all, thank you. Olivia is responsible. That's my wife in the middle there. She brought YouTube back from the dead. YouTube was very strong for us when we first started. In fact, it grew. We're over almost 200,000 on Facebook. So it's one of our largest platforms. On Wimkin, we get a range of, tens of thousands to a few hundred. Twitter is growing all the time now. But YouTube won't let us grow, and they throttle us. And every one of my videos, they put no monetization on it. I got to physically go in and have a review done. I posted a slap check today, which in other sites, it's up to tens of thousands of views. And I don't even know where we're at on YouTube because they flagged it and said it was inappropriate, and it's not. And then they go, oh, we're sorry, it's not inappropriate. So we've been throttled and slammed for a long time on YouTube. And I have 12 views on YouTube on this. Watch this. You tell me, is this bad? Because I don't know, because I consider myself to be a fairly prolific video editor, and I produce quality content. This is a 1-minute video. Everyone can watch this. Here it is. Let's watch. You tell me what you think, Kenny.
Good morning and welcome to Slap Check. You know what's laughable? The media crying about conservative channels using cheap fakes to make Joe Biden look bad. Really? Like we need fancy editing to show Joe Biden stumbling over his own words? Have you seen the debate performance the other night? This guy can't string 2 sentences together without sounding like he's auditioning for a senior center commercial on Visiting Angels. But let's not kid ourselves. The media lying? Oh, I'm so shocked. This is coming from the same geniuses who brought us the Russian collusion hoax, P-tapes, Michael Avenatti, Stormy Daniels' soap opera, E. Jean Carroll's tall tales, vaccine hysteria, lockdown lunacy, Hunter Biden's laptop cover-up, and mostly peaceful riots. And now they're scrambling to hide the president's obvious ailments because they can't stand admitting they backed a dud.
Yeah, that deserves 12 views.
Yeah.
So I don't know what to tell you, man.
Good.
I've been making content for 4 years now. It's pretty decent. It's to the point. We have long form in our live shows. It's 2 hours. I do a recorded show that's 12 to 15 minutes. They used to get 60, 70,000 views. We were making $15,000 a month, which is what I was making before I quit this job. And it literally supplemented our income, but we were in debt. A metric shit ton because of COVID. And Facebook completely demonetized us. We were literally on the precipice. I told Amy and Leroy, we sat down. I said, if we have another month like we've had the last 3, we're cutting a quarter of our profits to you guys, and we're ready to go. And then bam, the bottom fell out. And so I don't know what to tell you, man. We do our best. We do well. People donate. People help us out. And we've done a fairly decent job to stay afloat. But it comes down to this: is that I'm not popular as I should be because I don't curtail to the masses. I don't say things to get viewers. I have been really hard on Trump sometimes, and I've been espousing things about J6 and the election that people don't want to hear. But in the end, this channel's been proven right so many frickin' times that you think we would have went viral by now. But it is what it is. It's a very tough market. There's people like Benny Johnson, Ben Shapiro, who have cornered this market, and they make an extremely large amount of money. And Facebook protects, Twitter protects their high-end profile users. Look at Rumble. Rumble used to be wide open. Now you can't do anything on Rumble because it's got its nested people who guarantee traffic, and Rumble doesn't want to lose that. And it's a dog eat dog. People get their performers and they hold on to them, and they don't open it up to anyone else. And I think social media channels, once you have a list of A-list people on your channel, you should have an evening where no A-listers can play and it's only new talent. I think Twitter should do it. I think Facebook should do it, and YouTube, and give it to the little people and let them explore and find new talent. But they don't do that. They just keep forcing the same people down your throat. So to answer your question, I don't know, man. I'm busting my ass. Amy's busting her ass. Olivia's busting her ass. Leroy's busting her ass. All the mods are busting her ass. But YouTube, we can't grow. That's it. Roxanne says, what's your opinion of Kellyanne Conway? We'll end there. Olivia, your opinion of Kellyanne Conway. Go.
I think in 2020, she had her head so far up Trump's ass that you couldn't tell where he ended and she began. Just
right.
I haven't really watched her. I mean, I saw her on shortly after the debate, and she's still a freaking bimbo, and she still sounds stupid. So, but I really haven't seen much of her lately.
Wow, that's pretty honest. Amy, your thoughts on Kellyanne Conway?
I don't care for her either. I don't think she's she doesn't come across as intelligent, and I don't know. Maybe I'm just hating her because she's pretty. I don't know. I don't like her. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I'm totally kidding.
Kellyanne Conway doesn't strike me as a pretty person.
I was joking.
I think here's what I'll say about Kellyanne Conway is that I don't think she's stupid. I think she's intelligent. I think that she will never, ever say anything negative about Donald Trump, and that makes me question her credibility. Blind loyalty is dangerous, very much like Laura Loomer, who does some really interesting things, but she licks Trump's pucker every minute of the day, and there is nothing. If you say anything about Donald Trump, she will call you a fucking traitor. That is how crazy that bitch is. And Kellyanne Conway is very much the same. I like her. I do. I think she's very intelligent, but she also, I hate it when she gets on because she won't shut up. She continues just to go and go. And I do too. I talk a lot. There's no doubt about it. A little bit different when you're supposed to have 30 seconds to answer a question and you take 4.5 minutes and everybody interrupts her now. So I think I'm just not a huge fan of her. That's all. But it doesn't mean I wouldn't sit and have a beer with her. It doesn't mean I wouldn't interview her. I don't dislike her. I just think that she can be obnoxious sometimes, but so can I. So who cares? That's my thought. Amy, last minute. It's all you. Go.
Please donate to the show because I mean, Olivia and I brought a couple dollars in, but I don't want this to be what we're worth. So please donate to the show tonight.
Listen,
we need to prove Matt right that we're the
no. Listen,
money of the
this is
show.
what happened. This is people just got done with rent. People just got done with mortgage. It's tough, and and so, folks, you got to do what you got to do, and you got to do what you can do. And I never want anyone to feel obligated, but I will just say I feel a little vindicated that the pretty faces didn't come in and rub me in it tonight. So, all of a sudden, $2,000, son of a bitch. Olivia, your minute, go.
Thank you, everyone, for watching and donating. And I just need to have another minute because I'm still thinking about those bananas.
I'm so sorry about those bananas.
I'm so upset.
In
real life, I hate organic bananas. I think they're horrible tasting. I don't like them. I don't know why. I just don't like them.
Don says, what is the difference between tipping the show and donating to the show? Very good question. Tipping is run through something called Stripe, and it's immediate access. You tip and it'll pop up right here. Donating means that maybe you don't want it to be so obvious, so you donate to the show in the back end, and then I get to it and I put it up there when I run across it. That's really the only difference. So that's really how it works. Does that make sense? So there isn't too much of a difference. You can also do reoccurring payments to PayPal, but the best way to give is this: is we can't afford it and money's tight. We understand that. Like the show, come back, share it with friends, bring friends to come in here, because here's the thing, is that you're going to find, surprisingly enough, and I know this is hard for people to believe, but there's going to be people who hate my ass, and they're like, I hate this show. And I can't tell you that's how most of our people started. Thank you, Thomas.
Thank you, Thomas. Appreciate it.
You guys, seriously, God. So you guys suck.
This, right?
Yeah, that's what it is. So you're going to find that a lot of the viewers come on and go, oh, well, I didn't like Matt, or nobody says that about Olivia or Amy or Leroy, but it's like, I didn't like Matt. He's opinionated. Nobody has ever said they don't like you.
Yeah, there's been people who don't like me. I've been called some names. I see them when they get through. It's okay. I'm okay. I'm not affected by it. It's okay.
That is true. Some people, it just comes down to this, is that it's a show and it's not scripted, and it has redeeming qualities, and sometimes it has some shitty qualities. There's nights where I am just not on par, and I am grumpy and I'm pissed off and I'm negative, and I've taken it out on people sometimes. But here's the thing with me. I'm always human and I'm always real. I'm never fake. I don't pretend. This is who I am. And Amy will tell you, Liv will tell you, Leroy, this is who I am off camera, on camera. I don't play games, and I'm not opinionated. I'm factual. There's a difference. And it bothers people because the facts are impossible to dispute, especially if you don't attach emotion to it. And that's it. So listen, I love what we do. I love this channel. I love the people on it. Want to say God bless. There's a lot of tough times going on right now. People are having a hard time. A lot of lives lost, a lot of family lost. And to those people, we appreciate you. We care about you. Mel, it's good to see you back tonight. I know Amy's going to be back soon if she's not here already.
Amy did come back for a
good.
little bit.
It's wonderful to have her here.
What's your email, Matt, at the Dumb Show?
Yeah.
Okay.
Olivia is going to have an email. It's going to be Olivia at the Dumb Show. She is going to be handling the donations and stuff, so I can hand that off. We're going to get that set up this weekend. But folks, if you have not had a chance, go to thedumbshow.com, pick up a shirt, some hats, some coffee, whatever. I want to end on one thing. Wimkin. Listen, I'm telling you about Wimkin. They are just good people. Jason Shepard is amazing. Also, Spreely TV. Terry Littlepage has been incredible. They broadcast all of our stuff on Roku, Fire Stick, Apple TV. Wimkin is our social media platform that we absolutely endorse. If you appreciate free speech and you don't want to be censored, you don't want to be put in jail all the time, Wimkin is an amazing choice. It is a wonderful community, 9 million people strong. I want you to watch this video because it's funny. It's 1 minute. It goes by quick. But if you have not stopped by to sign up, please do so. Watch this video, and then we're going to end the rest of the show.
What your email, Matt, at the Dumb Show?
Olivia is going to have an email. It's going to be Olivia at the Dumb Show. She is going to be handling the donations and stuff, so I can hand that off. We're going to get that set up this weekend. But folks, if you have not had a chance, go to thedumbshow.com, pick up a shirt, some hats, some coffee, whatever. I want to end on one thing. Wimkin. Listen, I
Are you tired of being constantly banned off of every social media platform for saying facts only to be proven right 6 months later after you already had to create a new account? Tired of Fuckerberg robot AI-looking bitch constantly putting you in Facebook jail? Or maybe a geriatric old bastard who shits his pants in front of the Pope became the resident-in-chief because his crack addict, traitorous son had complete media silence about traitorous actions and backdoor deals with the big guy. And those bastards ban you for sharing the story. If you said yes to 2 of the 3 above, you don't need to circle back like a failed White House spokesperson who has 2 alcoholic drinks for a name. Up in Wimkin, we think it's fair not to sell your data to China, even though their president is super inclusive and named Xi. We kind of have a problem with the whole harvesting organs, slave labor, and communism. We also don't compromise you or get your kids to do stupid and dangerous trends. So you don't have to find out secondhand your kid Johnny is an idiot. Look no further than Wimkin. Made and housed in the USA, Wimkin offers all the features of Facebook and more, with complete data privacy and safe for your whole family. Download us on your app store today and join the community of users who value privacy and safety. Wimkin.
So if you have not had a chance, Alexandra, remember this, big emails, Comcast, Gmail, Yahoo, they don't work because those are big tech, and big tech has blocked Wimkin. So when you sign up and use that, you're not going to get the email from them that has your username and password. Whatever you chose for your username and password, and it's been 24 hours, Jason approves all of those. Just sign in with that and you will be in. So go and try that. That's Alexandra and anyone else. If you still do that, it doesn't work, you need to get Olivia. You can PM her directly, or right now we'll stay on for 1 more minute and she'll reach out to you and we'll let Jason know. But that's what y'all need to do. Thanks for coming tonight. We appreciate you. If you have a message, you can reach out to Olivia. Olivia, what's your, was it olivia.spear1 or spear.olivia1 at Facebook? You don't remember?
Olivia.spear1, yeah.
Olivia, OLIVIA.spear1. Would you write that down in chat?
Yeah.
So all you got to do is reach out on Facebook and send Olivia a message. We're going to get her an email, so this makes it really simple. You can email Matt at The Dumb Show now, but we'll have Olivia at The Dumb Show here this weekend. Amy, thank you for being here. It's always lovely to have you.
We set up to have physical donations. Somebody doesn't like doing stuff over the internet.
If they want to send
mail us something,
send it to 1 Main Street.
Okay.
You know where I'm talking?
Yep.
Okay, send it there and make sure they put Matt Spear and The Dumb Show on there.
Yep.
If you guys want to send a physical payment, we have an address for you. If you would like to send it, all you need to do is reach out to Olivia or Matt at The Dumb Show and we'll send it to you. A lot of people don't want to do credit cards. We understand that. And that's pretty much it. Hey, God bless. Amy, thanks for being on tonight.
CJ, reach out to me and I'll get you that address.
See you guys. Wednesday, we'll be on. We love you, Ames. See you soon.
Yeah, Ames.
I'll let you know tomorrow if I can get coverage tomorrow evening. I'll let you know.
Take your time.
Morning.
Take your time. Whatever you need. Be with family. It's holiday.
It's not family. It's work.
That's family, unfortunately. Yeah. So Alexandra got in to Wimkin, which is great. So once again, just use what you signed up. Quickly, Wednesday we will be on. Friday night, Damani Felder will be on. I'm going to do promo for that. You got to be here. That's going to be huge. I want hundreds. It's going to be awesome to have Damani. I'll have the interview with Mike McCartney. That'll be done tomorrow and released. We will be on Wednesday. Thursday night, we're probably going to take the night off for July 4th, more than likely. What we'll probably do is stream the fireworks like we did last year.
If we're having any, it's supposed to rain.
Okay. If it rains, we'll be here. If it rains, we'll probably be here. Okay. All right. Good night, everybody. God bless. Thanks for watching the dope. Shit. Hold on. Okay. We're good.
Okay.
All right. God bless everybody. See you tomorrow. Bye.
Bye.
Adjusting transmitter output.
This is the Don't Unfriend Me Show with your hosts, Matt, Leroy, Amy, Olivia, and Mike. Geopolitics, military analysis, and election coverage. Coming to you live on the Spreely.tv network and all major social media channels at The Dumb Show. Honest, direct, unfiltered. We can agree, we can disagree. Just don't unfriend me.